I'm ready. It's a full.
Call the organizational board meeting to order. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Anything to add to the agenda? I don't have anything. I'll make a motion to approve it as read. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. General administration details, elected chair for 2026, 2027. The current chair normally conducts the remainder of this meeting.
I make that motion that Dale remains the chair.
I make a motion, John. Becomes the new chair.
I'll second the motion for John to become the new chair.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Nay.
Opposed? Motion carried. Elect the vice chair for 2026, 2027.
I make a motion that Jeff is the vice chair.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Set regular township board meetings, day and time, last Tuesday of the month at 7:30 p.m. with the planning commission at 7, except December unless you wish to meet on the 29th.
And I'm not saying that's when we should meet, but that's obviously when we've been meeting. It does create some issues with payment of bills, but we've had it that way for a long time, so whatever you all decide,
You want us just to set it tonight and down with it?
by all means.
Okay.
We have, yes, we should set the regular meeting date and also the December meeting date if it's different than the regular meeting date.
Okay. Well, I make a motion to leave the last Tuesday of the month for all the months through November. And our Tuesdays for December would be the 22nd and the 15th. 22nd is only a couple days before Christmas.
Or the 29th, if you wanted to go.
That makes it tough for you to go here, doesn't it?
I'm not advocating anyway.
Oh, that's my opinion. You guys think?
The 15th is quite a spread from the next meeting, but it's doable, so I think the 15th is the best date.
It's about the time we've normally done them.
John?
Yeah.
Do you want a motion on that for the 15th of December?
Motion for the last Tuesday, except December 15th.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion.
Oh, I see. We've already done it. We can ignore that.
Okay. Designate newspaper, Pine City Pioneer posting location, posting board and website, and Bank Franson Bank and Trust of Pine City.
Again, that seems to have worked out fine. And we would need a motion.
I'll make a motion, we keep it the same.
I'll second it.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Set the annual road inspection for the same date as Board of Appeal and Equalization, Monday, April 27th, following
Right.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Do you want any other specifics about the road inspection? I will put a notice in the paper and post it as usual then.
Okay. Consider and designate supervisor responsibility for 2026 road supervisor was peaked in 2025.
You can do this individually or all in one, depending on your wishes.
Can you do it all in one motion, just put
Do
it
it all
on
in
one?
one motion. If-
Yeah,
Yeah, as long as you all decide who's who.
Okay.
I'd like to stay the road supervisor, but if you wanted, when you two want to do it, fine with me.
Doesn't matter to me, what do you think, John?
Sure.
Building and grounds, Jeff in 2025. Somebody else want it, or I'll do it, it doesn't matter.
I thought I was building the grounds last year.
You were the year before?
Huh?
You were the year before?
You want it, you can have it back.
It did look nice in 24.
Yeah.
25. This one. Weeks, lots of weeks. Want to go to the grounds?
Planning commission member, Pete in 2025.
I would say you should designate one, even though attendance that's in a state of flux. There should be one member, for sure.
Pete, do you wanna stay the planning commission member?
Can we, this is just a question. Can we split it?
I suppose there's no reason one has to be designated at this point, just to make sure that one of you is there.
I can do it in if, I get real tired of it, and have to jump off in about 6 months.
It can always be changed mid-year.
Yeah. Are you guys okay with that?
That's fine. Legal contact, Jeff and Dwayne in 2025.
We've got to stay the same.
Okay. So we'll make a motion for the road supervisor, building and grounds, planning commission, and legal contacts.
Do you want any other designations? And the only one I could think of potentially was the fire district. Sort of formalize what has been done,
Sure.
and you don't have to.
I think that would be a good job for the guy that's retired.
The fire district?
Representative.
I'm already on there, so that's fine, I'll keep on it. So I'll make a motion, we do all them, is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Set the wage and fee schedule 2025 in parentheses.
You're going a little bit fast. Oh, why is that in here? Yeah, we should note never mind. I don't know why that's in here. Go right ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I've got a different one than you do, sorry.
No problem. Meeting pay for planning commission members, zoning administrator, and one road equipment operator at board meeting at $75 per meeting plus 5 in 2025.
Yeah, it was, last year it was raised 5.
Okay.
That's where that goes.
All right. Discussion.
I say leave it.
I say leave it.
Me too.
I'll make a motion, we leave it as last year's rate.
So it's easier to make a motion than say by consensus, thank you.
Okay,
I'll second it.
Second,
all right.
okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Primary equipment operator, road superintendent wages $30 per hour, plus 2 in 2025. We went up 2 last year, 30.
Went up 2 last year.
Okay.
From 28 to 30.
28, whatever you think.
I say we leave it, that and the next one too, leave it.
You wanna do those two together?
Discussion?
your choice, but nothing in life has gotten cheaper.
John?
Just leaving it the same, is that what? Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. All in favor?
Motion.
Aye.
Make a motion.
Who moved, who seconded?
He moved. I'll second.
You seconded, okay.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Standard township hourly wage, $20 per hour, includes election judges, no changes in 2025. Are you getting enough election judges at that price, Dwayne?
Yes,
Okay.
and as far as election judges go, we're near the higher end of the spectrum,
Okay.
not out of line anymore. So I think that's a very legitimate, for my judges.
Okay. Any more discussion?
I say we leave it.
Nope.
Okay. I'll make a motion to leave it the same as last year. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Supervisor emergency pay, standard township wage for all hours with the date and reason for appearing on the timesheet to be paid, reduced to $20 in 2025. That seemed fair last year to me.
No change. Make a motion.
Rarely used by any of you in the past, but occasionally.
I'll second Pete's motion. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Supervisor meeting pay, $130 per meeting. I think it's fine, what do you guys think?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Okay.
No change.
Let's see. Do we have a,
I'll make a motion to leave it at 130 per meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Treasurer meeting pay, $165 per meeting. I think it's fine.
I think it's fine. No change.
Make a motion to leave it the same.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Treasurer's annual salary at $2,000 per year with a maximum of 8 extra hours per month at the standard township wage. Plus 100 in 2025. What was that doing?
with paid leave and, the new state and federal requirements, there's gonna be much more work than there has been in the past.
Okay, that's what that was. I'm fine with that.
With paid leave, there's gonna be more work at the,
Pardon?
with, you're saying with paid leave and being an administrator for that, there's gonna be more work?
There's gonna be more work.
As far as paperwork or?
Paperwork, data entry, decisions in terms of, what goes where on the list.
So should we tie something after a certain amount of hours, or review it when this gets up and running more, or?
You might want to increase the hours.
Yeah.
I would just say increase the hours.
What do you think is feasible?
I used to not even hit a month of me 4, 5, 6 hours. Now it's like every month I'm at least going over that 8 hours.
Okay.
So,
I think think 16 is adequate, is that too much?
I was
10?
10, 12,
10?
just a couple extra hours, just to see how it goes. Cause they still don't really know what they're doing either. So every time I go on there, I'm on there for a while, trying to figure it out.
Which does mean you're spending more time because they aren't giving you the proper directions.
Yes. And
Yes.
CPAS doesn't have anything yet rolled out, so I have to know manually now. Or 4 now.
12 hours out of the question? Guys?
I don't think it is if it's that much extra paperwork.
John?
Yeah, she's already going over without doing it, and might as well.
12?
12.
Motion.
I'll make a motion to go to 12 hours, from 8 to 12.
I'll second that. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Clerk's annual salary, 0.
And it should remain the same.
Clerk's meeting pay $165 per meeting with a maximum of 16 hours per month at a standard wage.
I rarely hit that.
Okay, you're fine with that?
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
No change, I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I will say that with 2 elections this fall, there will be some extra hours,
Aye.
but, it shouldn't be anything serious.
Okay. Administrator's assistant salary, new position, only $20 per hour in 2025 with attendance at board meeting to be included in the hours.
You can get a maximum of 8 extra hours on top of that.
Leave it the same.
Yeah, it's completely the same.
So
Yeah.
now they're saying you can have
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All-day training, $145 plus mileage for the board members, no change in 2025.
I think we could probably just leave it the same.
Agreed.
I'm fine with this too.
I'll make a motion.
John moved, Pete seconded.
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Secondary meeting pay $50 plus mileage.
I think we'll leave it the same.
I think that's fine too.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Mileage follows the federal rate at 72.5 cents per mile.
If we don't follow that, we get into tax issues.
Yeah, no change. I don't think we need to change that.
So it's highly recommended to follow.
I'll make a motion.
Second? I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Zoning administrator's first site visit at $95 plus 10 and 25, and a monthly stipend of $70 to cover phone calls, etc. No change in 2025. John's not here.
John's not here.
I believe he was satisfied with that. I'll make a motion we leave it the same.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Zoning administrators pay $26 per hour. Leave it the same?
I think we should leave it the same.
Okay.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Town will rent $50 for residents, $200 refundable damage deposit, $100 for non-residents, plus $200 refundable damage deposit, and no charge for residential nonprofit organization and veterans. The latter require a damage deposit. No change in 2025.
Maybe that's something we need to talk about, is, you know, I don't think anything getting broken here for town hall is $200.
Oh, that the damage deposit, changing that amount?
That's true. last year when they broke the window, they did pay for it.
We've really had no serious issues.
This is what they understand, the damage deposit covers part of whatever, just has to be made whole.
We may be a little bit on the low side compared to other venues, but we get more reservations by not gouging people.
Right. It's a township, that's what
Yeah,
we know that, so.
they should get a little something for their tax dollars.
I think the 50 for resident and 100 for non-resident is fine, but I don't know, maybe we raise it $50 for the damage deposit. We talk about it if we have anything over that.
It is refundable, we don't cash that unless there's an issue.
Right.
Right.
So it's essentially the cost of a check.
And in that, when they sign the contract to rent it, the rental contract, it's stated in there, damage is made whole, correct?
Now you're gonna test my memory. I don't know
No.
that it's specifically stated.
No, it is not.
It's not stated in there?
No.
Yeah.
So that may be worth,
It's something we should
Revising.
look at. Yeah, so, we'll have to send that to the planning commission. What do you think for
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, to get it revised. I think it's a good idea. I'm good with going to the 250, 200, regardless. We're gonna revise that piece of paperwork that says you damages to be made whole to the township. I'm good with the way it does that. And I looked around,
Look at that policy and
yeah, there's a
go
policy.
through it.
Right. I looked around at all the other townships, and the numbers kind of all over the place. We're right in the middle, maybe a little bit low, but we're in the middle, so I think we're good with the 1,500.
And we do have a fair number of out-of-township rentals.
Right.
um,
They
from-
like being here, so.
From Grass Lake Township, City of Bray, and City of Cambridge. A couple of regulars that come.
Rock Creek is 50, right, and then, non-resident is 125, 150.
I do not remember what the non-resident is.
And then, Pagano is 75 and 175.
Okay.
Um,
And because of my failing memory, right in the damage deposit, the renter is responsible for all damages caused to the hauler grounds during an event. So,
So that is in there.
board may deduct the damage deposit from the damage deposit, any repair and cleanup costs it incurs to return the hall to the normal condition. Any unused portion of the damage deposit will be returned to the rental after approval by the town. And I think this came pretty much from the MAT recommended policy.
Okay.
So maybe we just leave it at 200.
Good with that.
You know, because if it's something small, you know, obviously if it's gonna be over 200, they're gonna have to make it whole. So I make a motion, we just keep it the same.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Policy of no brush cutting without authorization of the supervisor. I'll make that motion.
One second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Policy of no parts of purchases over $200 without supervisor's approval, no change in 2025.
I'll make that motion.
Should we raise
If
that?
if I go out to buy a part for the disc vine, like a new turtle or whatever, I'm always calling Pete for sure, because it's.
I like talking to you.
Okay. But I mean, 200 is on the low side, it's up to you.
Well, if you're spending over $200 on something, you should probably have it approved by the supervisor.
Well, I do call
Okay, leave it the same.
I'll make the motion, leave it the same.
I'll second it, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Charge for 8x11 photocopies, excluding permits 20 cents for the first 30 copies without a charge, no charge on 24. Leave it the same.
We have had one request for a major, copy, and when I told them the price, it didn't materialize.
Make a motion to leave it.
I'll second it, all in favor? Opposed, motion carried. Permit fee schedule, 2025 rates and parentheses, no change in 2025. All site permits, $100.
Next job is
I know.
site permits, so they got, what do they cost, the administrator, everything like that has to be done.
If John charges for a site visit, that's $95
Right.
plus mileage. So $100 permit doesn't cover it.
No, go backwards.
Where with all site permits that he charges for at least, we have the opportunity to go backwards.
So maybe then we should raise that one.
Just,
I do wish you were here, but, we end up with, a cost overrun, for sure.
Is that out of line?
That would cover the cost. 95 and 26. If he charges, well, 95 plus mileage.
yeah, it depends on where it is, and it could be one at the top or
Yeah.
back, because it's to and from, so.
Yeah,
I don't know, I think we should go 150.
that's an option too.
John?
I think we're not in to make money, so I think just enough to cover it, so I think 125.
125?
I'll make that motion to make it 125.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried.
120, and that would be for
Site permit.
all of the site permits listed.
Farm accessories and additions to farm accessories site permit, $100.
Yeah,
That's,
I'm assuming that your motion covers all of these.
Okay,
And maybe I'm assuming incorrectly.
well, it says all site permits raised 125.
okay.
Because the costs are the same to us.
Yeah. So do you want me to go to public utilities?
Public utility permits would be,
Working right away, $50. Do they ever come to us?
they come to us regularly.
Okay.
We don't do anything except file it. So I'm comfortable with 50. John does not get involved in site permits, although I usually tell him about them.
I'll make a motion to leave it the same.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carried. Conditional and intern use permit, $600.
That has a public hearing. We're pretty close to our costs.
Okay.
It wasn't too long ago that you adjusted that upward. And I think we based it off the county. I don't know what the county schedule is at this point.
More discussion?
Well, does it cover our costs now? The 600, what were we at before, do you remember?
300.
300?
I was gonna say 375, it was 300.
I'm remembering 300, but maybe it was 375.
And do you think the 600 barely covers it now?
600, I think, unless we have to do a lot of announcements. If we we have to send for an IUP or a CUP, 100 letters out, that's a minimum of $78. But I think we're,
And then your time.
well, except I will charge for the time, most of the time. But then there's paper and envelopes and then there's the time for the hearing, which is really the big cost because it's planning commission and board usually, and John sitting here, which easily eats up $400. But I'm comfortable with it. We're not going in the hole.
Mhm.
I think it's something that we should make a note of, see what the costs are, and do a comparison.
We can
Track it.
track it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can put that together. Where's the cost going? If we need to raise it next year, we raise it next year.
And, I mean, really, we're not locked into this for a year, but it's just easier to do it now.
Right.
And then we could adjust it later if the need arose, but at this point, I think we're fine.
Okay.
I'll make a motion, we leave it the same at 600.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Duplicate of any permit, $30.
I've never used that.
I say we just leave it as is.
I'll second the motion.
John and Jeff.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Septic permits, regulars $375.
I have not heard anything from Amy. She's not here. I think you can probably
She goes
do,
out there quite a bit though, doesn't she? For inspections and.
depending on,
Yeah, there's how many trips she's gonna make when they're putting it on.
Yep.
Is that enough?
I can't speak for her. Because all I do is accept the check.
I wish she was here.
You could defer if you wanted to.
county charge?
And I'm not sure, Troy.
Doesn't, she's a private contractor, so said it, doesn't she give you what she wanted? If she's not making it, shouldn't she be approaching the board for, an increase on that?
This isn't a once a year increase, this can be done anytime.
This could be done anytime,
Yeah.
but again, I think we should try to set something tonight, and if that's no change, that's no change. If she wants to put in a different proposal,
And we
it'll be up to you to act on it.
Right. Okay. I'm good with that. I'll make that motion. Keep it the same.
And that, is that for all of the various 5 categories? All the way down? Or do you wanna go one by one?
I believe it.
So on large commercial systems required quarterly or other periodic operating reports, do you think $50 annual is enough to cover filing and all that stuff for administrative?
I would say so. At this point, we're not having much activity in that category.
Okay.
Then I say we just do one motion. I say we just leave it all the same.
Leave it all the same, subject to conversation with Amy.
I'll second that motion, all in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Variance permit $100 with no public hearing, $600 on the public hearing is required.
And I believe this was a new cost that we instituted last year or the year before, where we were doing the public hearing at no cost.
Yeah.
And John has to go out
It's down to the other ones.
There is,
Site permits.
yeah, there is some logic to keeping those two in sync.
Yep.
You think 600 is enough for the public hearing?
Yeah.
Okay. I make a motion, that we make it 125 on the variance permit. 600 on the public hearing.
One second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Building permit
And
fee.
the determination of whether a public hearing is needed is usually done by the board.
Building permit fees established in conjunction with the building officials and building inspectors, Caleb Christensen and Dan Riker, adopted by resolution 2025-11.
And you've got that attached, multiple pages attached, you know. Which is the 2025, I do not have a 2026 from Dan. So that we're in the same situation as with Amy, sort of, except this is set by statute. My understanding is this is set by statute. So I'm not sure how much flexibility the board has in this.
You want a motion to just, to accept this?
I think so. If you wanna put a pending clause on there, fine, but, I think we need a motion that this is the intent for 2026 as well.
So, when we had, remember, the filing, the administrative work that has to be done, we were getting, that was getting covered into that permit, correct?
With Rum River, yes,
Yes, and with Dan and Caleb, it is not, correct?
technically it is,
It is,
yes.
okay.
But we're doing a whole lot more work in the office than we did with Rum River. Because all the checks are coming here ahead of time. And we need to hold them and manipulate them, match them up with the permit. The administrative time is substantially more than it was with Rum River. Does that warrant more problems? I don't think it means we should be raising prices. But it is a concern as we go forward. Because we're dealing with much more cash, and sometimes literally cash, in a less controlled environment. Because virtually nothing came from Rum River until they had approved everything, and then they sent the check. At one time. I've got, right now, well, as of earlier this week, I had 6 permits that I'm holding, awaiting money, and construction is going on most of those.
Doesn't the permit have to be paid for before construction starts?
Technically. But Dan and I are working on that.
Yeah, we need to short that out.
It just means that there's a greater chance of things getting lost or things not getting paid or whatever.
Therefore, costing the township money.
Costing our time more than anything else.
Right.
You want our motion on it?
I don't have a motion here on this.
I'll make the motion. Is there a second?
One second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed, motion carried. Training opportunities, Minnesota Association of Township Spring Short Course for elected officials. Minnesota Association of Townships online in-person training for clerks and treasurers. Clerk and head judge election training by the county auditor requires a certification for 2026-2027 election. Election general training by the county auditor requires a certification of 2026 and 2027.
We don't need to act on any of those, but the recommended agenda said training opportunities should be discussed at this meeting, and that's why it's on this agenda. And we'll be talking about spring short courses, MEG spring short courses at the board meeting. So that's the one immediately coming up. And the election judge trainings will be set by the county auditor, probably in May or June. And judges will get paid for the training.